Good evening everyone and a very warm welcome to another episode of MSFS Flights in 2024. Today we are here at London Stansted Airport doing a short flight over to Geneva, and we're in the Jet2 A321, not the neo variant, just the normal 321 this evening. Hopefully everything is working as it should do. And just getting the passengers boarded as we speak at the moment. And we'll quickly take you through the operational flight plan for today's flight. So guys, let's take you through the operational flight plan and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, we're in the Phoenix 321A variant of aircraft today. Call sign this evening is Channel 97 Juliet. Passenger index today of 43. Flight level 350. Expecting runway 22 for departure, number 1 Romeo arrival, number expecting runway 22 at Geneva. Total fuel required is 7 tons. And then we'll go from there.
Introducing the rest of the team. We're just about ready for the offshore back in short taxi out to the south west of the runway.
Everybody have it in.
And we shall be underway shortly.
So we're on stand at 24 left. Let's have a good look at ATC. So we do have Stansted radars online, so we'll move over to that now. And so we've got 189 passengers on board today, and our our travel time is approximately 1 hour 18 minutes with a block time of 1 hour 40. We have got a nice tailwind today, 25 knot tailwind on our departure, so that should be pretty nice to go. Pretty much everything's all set up, ready to go. Like I said, we're just getting the last of the fuel on board, and then we'll get ourselves pushed back from stand. I'm okay, how are we doing, buddy?
Good evening.
So, pretty much all ready to go. Like I said, we're just waiting for fuel and passengers. We've got a slightly different aircraft, so we're in the 321. New livery. I've not used this livery on the channel before. So.
Visual approach or an eyeless approach?
Visual approach will be fine. Go to the Bravo, thank you.
Whether they will show the passengers once seated, we'll find out.
Stansted is on your left side, 9 o'clock, about 5 miles. Report field in sight.
8 field in sight, go to the Bravo.
So one thing we can do whilst we're waiting for the rest of the passengers,
left base, runway
we can get our clearance over to Geneva. We're not really flying to Geneva very much, so it'll be an interesting flight. It's a fairly small airport, but there's a lot of outer and inner taxiways, so we'll have to just keep an eye on them as well. So let's quickly request.
Right, no, Whiskey Victor, that's fine. Thank you for your ATC. Sorry for the confusing call sign. Good night.
Good call sign. You're welcome. Take care. Bye bye.
So let's request our clearance. That's the radar. Good evening. Channel 97 Juliet with you on stand 24 left. Information hotel. We're requesting IFR to Geneva. Airbus A321.
Channel 97 Juliet. Hello. You're cleared Geneva. Nukubo 1 Romeo departure. Squawk 0240.
Cleared to Geneva on the Nukubo 1 Romeo departure and squawking 0240. QNH 1001. Channel 97 Juliet.
We're back right.
Thought we'd just have the QNH essays and repeating it to us. So 0240 is in the box.
Go through the Bravo
do we have
after landing,
settings
vacate
on?
to the right. Surface wind 160, 10 knots,
from memory.
clear to land.
Go to the Bravo after landing, keep it to the right, and take it to the apron.
Affirm, runway 22, you're clear to land.
When you fly, you're governed
And
by
runway
a set
22,
of
clear to land.
regulations
Go for
called the Air Navigation Order. So we need to let you know that it's illegal to be drunk, smoke...
So initial climb, we'll have a quick look on the plan here.
You cannot drink it on this flight. You can only drink alcohol at
So another one Romeo departure, so 4,000 feet is the initial climb. Go on to the SID. So after we are out of Stansted airspace, I'm going to assume we're going to be onto London's. So we'll spend a brief period of time with Daventry control 120025. So get that tuned in now ready. If you're watching on YouTube, buddy, check out, if you're wondering what specs, just look at the bottom of the description, buddy, it should be on there. Makes it easier than me repeating it, but pretty much we have a 4070 GPU. Yeah, 4070 GPU. And it's an AMD processor. We are looking at upgrading GPU at some point, because it does struggle a little bit, but...
Flight time this morning, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Introducing the rest of the team.
We've got a few passengers getting on now, but they seem to be disappearing once they get on, so I'm not sure what that's all about.
And we shall be underway.
Bravo vacating right.
Golf Zulu Bravo,
one thing we
roger.
can
Taxi
do
to the
is-
right, your choice.
Taxi to the right, my choice. Alright, thank you.
So one thing we'll do is actually, sorry, just quickly have a look to see how we're getting on with loading. So, only 69 passengers out of 189, so got a little while to go. Fuel's now pretty much on board. Let's have a look at on the side of the aircraft. They're just disconnecting as we speak. So guys, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and ask them the best I can. Just varies, to be honest, with everything else. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. All the sound volumes are okay. Can be a little bit noisy from the outside anyway. So fuel's on board, so let's get the seatbelt signs on now. And get ourselves going. So cockpit preparation gear pins covers remove fuel quantity 7,100 kilograms, and hopefully that is balanced. And that is balanced. Seatbelt on, adheres are set to nav. 1, 2 and 3 onto nav. I'll just double check that. Then put it on the MCDU. Rest position, all 3 of them are into the nav position. So we're pretty much good to go. And berth is QNH1001. So that should be set in all 3. Wonderful. European spotter, how are we doing, buddy? So flight time is saying on here at 2 hours 11 minutes, but it depends. We'll probably get a couple of little shortcuts as well, but on the flight plan it only shows 1 hour 18 total fuel. And we've got a nice tailwind, so maybe that's not taken into account, the tailwind. One of the main differences with the 321 is the fuel system, to be fair. That's one of the main differences, really. So unlike the 320, where we have 4 separate tanks, we have basically just 3 tanks, much bigger obviously in terms of capacity. Nothing really changes with the overhead situation, so pretty much the same. So we're just waiting for bags now to go on board. Once they're all on board, then we'll get going.
Vader, 55 Alpha, Honey, 55 Alpha, pass your message.
Heading 55 Alpha and A139 just off of Northfield, 1,000 feet, Jet 1001. Holy
Well, the bags are.
congestion. And then someone Hempstead. The traffic service.
Oh yeah.
95.5, roger. Squawk 7402 and stand by.
402, Metrified 5 Alpha.
That's good evening, Ryder 81 Whiskey Trace, passing level 115, spinning 90 in West Park with Hotel 78101 and a Oak 737-800.
Ryder 81 Whiskey X-ray, hello, Stansted radar, expect vectors, Alice approach, runway 22.
Nice to do,
So
Ryder.
guys, like I say, we'll get ourselves going in a minute. Apologies. Probably should have started the boarding a little bit earlier, to be fair.
Heli 55 Alpha, identified traffic service.
Traffic service, Heli Metrified 5 Alpha.
And Heli 55 Alpha, it'll be traffic service taking your own terrain clearance.
Traffic service, own terrain, Heli Metrified 5.
So this is our new sound pack as well, for those of you wondering, which is actually custom made from our flight the other day in actual real life. With a little bit of customization still to go with it, because I forgot the captain announcement is basically on repeat, which is a little bit annoying, but there we go. So one thing we will do is we'll get the APU on and started, so APU master is on. And if you start. What frame generally we are using?
Fly heading 040
I don't think we're
degrees.
using DLSS, no we're not using AMD FSR3 is what we're using.
040, have a second speed, Ryder 81 Whiskey.
Speed 220 knots or less.
Only 2 times though,
Ryder 81
not
Whiskey.
crazy. So we're just getting the APU warmed up and we've got ourselves push back from the stand. So initially we're going to be tracking out towards the north easterly side of the airport, heading over sort of, trying to work out where we are,
Ryder 81 Whiskey X-ray.
overhead Luton.
32 miles to touchdown.
Then we're going to track out sort of out towards Southampton, Dover sort of area, across the channel, and then we're pretty much tracking all the way down over France and then down into the Geneva, which is in the top of Switzerland. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad a flight. See how we get on. Currently there's no ATC there, well there's ground online, there's no area control at the moment though. So what's our route? Which is pretty much describe the route. So it's the Nugbo 1 Romeo departure for Stansted, and then we'll be heading out down the south coast of the UK, over France, and then into the top of Geneva. It's pretty much our route for today. Initial climb's going to be 4,000 feet on the SID, and then chances are will be vectored higher, and we'll hopefully get some vectors or some direct routes, so maybe get a direct in Midhurst after departure. We'll see how we get on. I guess it depends how much traffic there is. Heathrow looks a little bit busy, so we'll see how we get on. So just getting the charts ready. So chances are we'll push back onto Bravo West.
81 Whiskey X-ray, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000, Ryder 81 Whiskey.
We've already got our clearance, so it's just going to be a case of waiting for push. So we're in the 321 buddy today, mixing it up a little bit. Not flown the 321 for ages, so be a nice change. Be a nice change. So we're nearly there with the luggage, nearly there with passengers in fairness.
board this jet team flight. We want everyone to enjoy being on board together. That's why we've created a zero tolerance policy. You and us from any disruptive behaviour.
Hey, people who can come on as well.
We're governed by a set of regulations called the Air Navigation Order. So we need to let you know that it's illegal to be drunk, smoke or vape on board. If you've brought any alcohol with you, you cannot drink it on this flight. You can only drink alcohol that's filled by us.
So on the AP power now.
Call from the passenger system bar, I think, buddy. You'll be using my jet from back tomorrow.
You're welcome, bye-bye.
Last few batches to go. That's that one done. Last few passes and then boarding will be complete and we'll be ready to go.
Radar 81 Whiskey X-ray, turn right heading 060 degrees.
060, radar 81 Whiskey.
So we get the plug connected so we're ready for...
Radar 81 Whiskey X-ray, turn right heading 130 degrees.
Boarding's completed.
130, radar 81 Whiskey.
And Radar 81 Whiskey X-ray, descent altitude 2,500.
And we shall be on the way to
2,500, radar 81
We are ready for pushback.
Roger, go and get...
Cabin crew boarding completed.
We can let them. Before we'll start, spark brake is set to take our speeds and thrusts. We have 141, 148, 150, one thrust 47%.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Windows and doors closed, beacon is on. So yes, request our pushback clearance, just give it a sec just to get everything connected.
Radar 81 Whiskey X-ray, turn right heading 190 degrees, clear ILS approach, runway 22.
8190, clear ILS 22, and confirm 3 speeds, radar 81 Whiskey.
It's 220 knots or less, sir. Your discretion.
Locking gear.
220 less, radar 81 Whiskey, contact.
That's a radar, Shanix 970, it's ready for pushback stand 24 left.
Stanex 97 Juliet, stand 24 left, push and start approved.
Push to approve, any particular line?
Your discretion, sir.
Roger, we're going to Bravo West. So, clear to Bravo West.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start sequence 1 and 2 starts in number 1.
Helimed 55 Alpha, you'll be entering controlled airspace in another 2 miles. Just confirm you're going to continue.
Negative, we're letting down in Hemel Hempstead, Helimed 55 Alpha.
Roger, is that outside the Luton controlled airspace?
Yes, it's about another mile.
Roger, follow.
Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for flying with Jet2.com and Jet2 Holiday. We're nearly ready for takeoff. Before we go, you'll need to make sure all
Radar 81 Whiskey X-ray, Roger, surface wind 160, 9 knots, runway 22, clear to land.
Land to do, radar 81
This is
Whiskey.
because you want to pull out during the takeoff. With the seatbelt currently switched off, you can use your devices again as long as they stay in flight, as long as you cannot send messages, make calls, and access the internet while still on board. If your device becomes...
Helimed 55 Alpha, report again, one up in the air again, maintain same squawk, 7402.
Starting engine 2.
For your safety, please follow instructions. Please now make sure that any hand luggage is safely put away and your seatbelt is fastened ahead of your takeoff. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to tell you about our friendly onboard together policy. We've created it to protect you and our families from
Brakes
any
out, quick
unfortunate
disconnect.
antisocial behaviour. That way we can make sure everyone has a great flight. As a part of this, please remember that you can only drink alcohol that is served by our cabin crew. If you have brought alcohol in the terminal, you cannot drink this on board. We want all our customers to enjoy being on board together. Thank you for listening.
Unlocking gear.
It's time to take you through the safety procedures for our Airbus A321neo. It's very important. So
Stand by, so we've got to pull Gen 1 off and on.
In the seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a safety instruction card, which has all
Tow
sorts
truck
of safety
disconnected.
information.
Bypass pin removed.
it's the doors and escape routes, oxygen masks,
Left is clear,
lighting,
right is clear.
jackets, brace position, and more.
And you'll find even more safety
Okay, generators
information
online now.
away magazine.
Just double check that.
Please be aware of the safety signs in the cabin and follow all instructions given by us.
This plane has 10 emergency exits. These are clearly marked, and we're pointing them out to you now.
To help you find your
There's the
way to
pin.
exits when there's reduced lighting and visibility, we have extra lighting in the ceiling and in the aisle along the floor.
After starts, engine anti-ice is on.
Exits now.
Become status is checked.
If you need to leave the plane quickly,
Pitch trim. Hopefully it's
no damage to slide. Leave all luggage behind. and go through
0.9 up.
areas usable.
Rudder trim is neutral. Flight controls full up.
Masks like these will appear from the panel above
Pull
your
down.
head. As soon
Neutral.
as you
Full left.
pull down to start the
Pull
flow of
right.
oxygen.
Neutral.
Breathe
Full left. Full
normally
left.
with it over your mouth and nose.
Pull right.
Then
Neutral.
adjust to fit. Make sure you put your own mask
So
on
pretty much all ready to go.
without helping anyone else.
So runway 22 for departure. It's only a short taxi, so we'll make sure that the cabin crew are pretty much finished there. But
A life jacket can be found in a protective bag under your seat. When told by us, open the bag by pulling the tab, remove it and pull it over your head. Put the strap around your waist, fasten at the front as they showed you, and tighten by pulling the tab.
Once you're outside the plane, inflate the life jacket by pulling down on this red cover. If you need to inflate it more, blow into this tube.
There's also a light and a whistle to help you attract attention.
It's time to fasten your seatbelt. Simply press the two knuckle ends of your
Check next
seatbelt
97 Juliet, ready for taxi.
until they click. Then pull the strap to adjust so it's tight and low around your waist. To release the
Channel 97 Juliet, taxi holding point Romeo 1, runway 22 via Bravo, Hotel and Romeo.
Ensure your seatbelt is fastened.
Romeo 1 Little Via Bravo Hotel and Romeo. Channel 97 Juliet.
Down, and the windows line.
So straight ahead. First right, first left. Back to lights, please.
Tornado Whiskey, X-ray Guided 22.
Runner 81 Whiskey X-ray Rogers, taxi stand 51 left via Juliet and Charlie.
Dim the cabin lights soon.
7 left, Juliet, Charlie, Runner 81 Whiskey X-ray. Good evening.
There's a reading
Good
light
evening.
in the panel above your head.
We could take us for departure.
Hello, Flight.
Hello, it's Cameron at door 1 left. Cabin secure for takeoff.
Lovely, thank you. Cabin secure. So, taxi checklist, please. Flight controls, check. Flap setting, comp 1 plus F. Radar predictive wind shear system on an auto. Engine mid selector norm, eco memo, take off no view. That aircraft's way out of the way, so. Quick brake check. I think I need to fiddle with the other settings after takeoff. Talking of rudders, got an exciting announcement soon. So this is hotel here. That sign's really not very clear. There it is. Romeo to the left side. So nothing on the approach. Back on for departure. Jet2 A321. So clear for Romeo 1.
China X97 Juliet, surface wind 160, 9 knots, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 22, China X97. Take off for lights.
Fleeing 855, airborne 1,000 feet, routing towards Harlow Hospital.
On check, let's take a roll confirm.
About 55 Roger, is that by North Wales?
TCAS TRI, Pax 1 2 both.
Northwest of North Wales, I should just about remain outside of airspace.
About 55 Roger, it's same traffic service, taking your own terrain clearance.
Traffic service, going to 8, heading at 55.
So, slow down a touch. So, thrust 50%. Man, flex 47, SRS runway, auto thrust brake. Thrust set. $100 knots. E1. Rotate. Positive climb. Go. Enough.
China X97 Juliet, to report passing altitude.
Passing 1,500.
Roger.
Right. Thrust climb please. Speed check flap 0.
China X97 Juliet, climb now, fly level 80.
Climb now 80, China X97. Open climb 80, AP1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay seated until the seatbelt signs have been turned off, and please buckle up when you're in your seat.
Be careful when opening overhead lockers, as things might have moved around. Don't forget, smoking and vaping are not allowed in any part of the plane, including the toilets.
Our cabin crew are currently preparing our famously friendly in-flight service. Take a look at our tasting menu. We've got loads of offer, so see what takes your fancy, and we'll be with you soon.
So, left hand turn to Nugro. Outstall. Standard pressure.
Channel 97 Juliet, contact London Control 120.025. Bye-bye.
Over to London 120.025. Good evening, Channel 97 Juliet. Bye. So.
DCM 980, speed 220, Neptune 861.
Spa 160, George at 3,000 feet, and fit me, you clear ILS runway 25.
Then I'm maintaining 3,000 feet, that fit me, clear ILS 2546.
Easy 9846, can I request 280 for cruise?
Easy 9846, Roger, unable 280 for that direction, I can offer you 290.
If I was to take 290, please.
Easy 946, thank you, climb flight over 290.
290, 946.
London, good evening, Channel 97 Juliet, 8,000 feet, no clear.
Chinook 97 Julia, London, good evening, thanks, climb flight over 160.
Climb 160, Channel 97 Juliet. Over climb 160.
Lexi 920, yes, push and start up.
Lexi 9201, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Lexi 9201.
Neptune 861, direct is ILS runway 09, turn left, heading 300 degrees.
Left turn heading speed 00, vector ILS 09, Neptune 861.
Easy 9846, nothing further in the next sector, monitor advisory 1328, bye-bye.
128, thanks for see you, good job.
Bye-bye.
And Golf Tango Yankee, we're about half a mile from the next sector.
Go Tango Yankee, thank you. You cleared leave the zone now to the west, sorry, correction, to the east. Not above 2,500 feet if you like.
Roger, clear to
Airpower for everybody.
2,500 feet.
Just for the light, mate.
West.
Sabre 19, turn left, heading 180 degrees.
180 degrees, and just confirm we're heading back to Horsby Airport.
10,000 feet landing, lights off.
Sabre 19, Roger. Sorry, I thought you were inbound to East Midlands, hence why I was actually directing you. In that case, you can resume navigation to your destination.
Roger that.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting, what's going on with Overhead's doing something strange.
Go Tango Yankee, London.
Did this the other day.
I am unfortunately going to have to go, but I'm going to fly direct to the M6 junction for Bedworth, and then I'll disconnect over there as well.
So I've got a bit of weather, nothing exciting.
Go Tango Yankee, that's not a problem at all with me. By the time you actually get there, I'll be closing myself. So, yeah, that's all good. All navigation as requested.
Roger, thank you very much. Have a great night, and yeah, bye.
Thanks, bye. Break Neptune 861, descend close to 5,000 feet. D Smith and QNH is 999 hectopascals, resume normal speed.
5,000 feet, reduce normal, go back to normal speed, then QNH 999 and Neptune 861.
All correct, break star 16, runway 25, you clear to land, the wind is 170 at 7 knots.
Curland 2546.
Felix 97 Juliet, you can turn left heading 240 degrees.
Left 240 degrees, Channel 97 Juliet.
In fact, Felix 97 Juliet, looks like the next sector is closing, so you can resume on navigation. Direct, Midhurst, Mike India Delta, and you can climb flight over 200.
Climb flight over 200 and direct to Midhurst, Channel 97 Juliet. Open climb 20.
Midland 1 Alpha, you can descend when ready, flight over 150.
Alright, Midhurst confirmed.
Ready, descend flight level 150, Midland 1 Alpha.
And Sabre 19, what level
cheers,
are you going to be climbing to?
We're climbing to flight level 014.
Sabre 19, roger. No traffic affected, you can all navigation route eastbound.
Roger that, resuming all navigation, everyone on it.
Felix 97 Juliet, nothing further now, the next sector is closing. Monitor advisory 132.8, bye-bye.
to everyone, to your channel, Stansted. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye. Jet2 A321, turn left heading to, turn left heading 280 degrees and descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
That's 10 heading 2.
There we go. Good. So we'll continue to our cruise now then, which is not 200. It's definitely 350, I think it is. Just double check that. Open climb 350. I'm gonna overspeed. Stay at the speed for a minute. Yeah, no, take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us. So we'll have a good look at the weather as we go across as well. See how it's looking. There's a few little patches of turbulence and rain. Destinations looking all good. Nothing really to report there. We'll have a look at the arrival routing shortly. So we should be on the ground at 22:36, so just over an hour. So not too far away at all. Also, another exciting announcement, guys, is so we have actually secured the Wing Orion 32 rudder pedals. Don't ask me how, but we just ordered it whilst I was on holiday, and it's already on its way. So hopefully, I think it's coming next week sometime, I believe. Either the end of start next week, or the end of this coming week. In actual fact, we've not really had a look to see whereabouts it all is, so we'll see how we go. So we've now got 3.5 tonnes of fuel extra. Gonna have a nice tailwind in a minute from Midhurst behind us, so about 25 to 30 knot tailwind. So that should help us along a bit better as well. Got plenty of fuel to choose from as well. Only 11 minutes into the flight and already making fairly good progress, to be fair. What's the next sector's offline at the moment? There's a couple of patches of weather ahead of us, but shouldn't be any major issue to us. How are we doing? Don't know if we've got passengers yet. I'm not sure why we don't have passengers. Sometimes you do on these, sometimes we don't. Chances are it's probably because what was selected, but there we go. So guys, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. We'll try and answer them the best we can. As usual, we're pretty much always flying back sim, so let's have a good look at our approach chart anyway. So then, we'll have a look at Geneva's and we'll look at the star chart. So it's the Lucer to Romeo arrival I think we're doing. I'll just double check that. It all depends on what way you go, so it's safer as the way routing we go, so 2 Romeo over after. So at Lucer we want to be at flight level 200, as indicated here. Then the reduction above 160, Lurko above 8,000 feet. So generally speaking, I normally try and stick to them. Just makes the approach a little bit better. And then there's no other sort of indicated altitudes. So 7,000 feet you could go there. 6,700 feet, 5,000 feet, and then there's this Geneva here. There's a hold above Geneva. I'll have a quick look for the ILS. So actually for Saper 7,000 feet, we'll intercept the ILS to Delta 17.7. So we'll just see if we've got these already in. GP811, so it's pretty much as where we need to be. 4,930 feet, so that's all in. And down onto the approach. It's quite a nice approach generally for Geneva. I don't know what this will like particularly at night time, but I know certainly in the daytime it's a lot nicer. Okay. So not many miles from our cruise now. So we're pretty much just skirting around the outside of Gatwick. Now we're going to make a left-hand turn direct to Vevel. And obviously past Bolton now. We'll take a few little shortcuts, see if we can knock a little bit of time off. Let's see how we go from there. So one good thing about this Jet2 sound pack is there's quite a lot of variation in the sound pack. So there's about 2 or 3 different voices that we've managed to mix in. Unfortunately not for like the safety demo, that's just the one. And for the minute it's just telling us about the Neo, obviously in preparation for the Neo being released. We thought we might as well incorporate that into everything. So we're not flying to Geneva for quite a while, so be interested to see how we get on with it. Yeah, certainly looking forward to these new rudders. I don't know if any of you guys have seen any of the videos related to it. So yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer now before we get that. Just going to have a quick look now actually, see where the tracking is shown for our lovely parcel. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, and the only thing I'm a little bit cautious of with the with these new rudder pedals that come in is obviously they're quite large, so I'm not quite sure how it's all going to work, but I'm sure we'll work it out. But they're pretty much the same size as the plate that's currently there, but they look very, very good from a few of the videos I've seen. So it shouldn't be much longer, to be fair, before it's here. I don't know what the schedule is. It's actually saying that it should be here by Monday now, which is pretty impressive. It's currently at Charles de Gaulle Airport, so it shouldn't be much longer at all, really. As you see, we're just leaving the UK airspace, just heading over the channel now. And can't quite see France yet, but let's see how we go. Should be quite nice conditions today for flying. Nothing really that's going to cause any issues for us. So we're pretty much going to fly over Paris, I believe, or Orly, Paris Orly Airport. We'll be flying pretty much bang over the top of that, so we'll keep an eye on that. So one thing we can do is increase our speed a little bit as well. So pretty much at the top of climb now. Get the best performance out of the aircraft as possible. So we're just over the Atlantic at the moment. Atlantic, over the Channel even. Ignore me. So guys, we're back in a couple of minutes. Just going to leave you with some of the views. Back in a couple of minutes and we'll go from there. That's who we are again. So just entering French airspace now. And we'll be flying directly over Paris. Hopefully we'll get a nice little view of Paris because it looks reasonably clear tonight. A few clouds in the air, but fairly clear. So guys, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I get loads of questions around our overhead, that's for sure. Apologies, there's not been much content last week. I was on holiday for the last 7 days. Hence where some of the audio is coming from for this. So I'm just going to quickly change our rudder settings, just 2 seconds. So we've got a lovely 40 knot tailwind at the moment. Beautiful, beautiful tailwind. So we're only going to do one half the journey this evening. We may do a daytime flight tomorrow back over to the back over to the UK. But we'll see how we get on. Obviously, most of you know I'm also writing my dissertation whilst also doing streams and stuff, so try to split the time wisely between the both. So one thing we can do is have a quick look at the fuel that we've used, see how that compares with the plan. So if we look at the flight log, it's alright, it just made me a bit nervous when it was tipping. So have a good look at the total fuel on board. So we've got 5 tonnes on board, and if we head over to the fuel option here, and see how we're looking compared to how we should be. So I'm on the fuel, we should have used 3,000, well we should be down to a fuel on board of 3,997. If we have a little bit extra fuel as well. Outside there, temperatures minus 51 degrees. I say it's 5 degrees. So we should fly over Paris Orly Airport at the moment. I'm just going to have a quick look at to also have charged the lock to the left side as well. So approximately 346 miles left to go, 22:35. Give it time on the ground. And so probably on the stand time about that 22:40, I guess. We'll have a good look as well at the charts for the airport. So I don't know if any of you guys have flown into Geneva before. It's a little bit of an interesting way of taxiing. Very sensible, don't get me wrong, but it's probably not the best way of showing you actually. So what we'll do is we will show the destination. Wait 2 seconds. Just move across to that. So here's Geneva. We zoom into the map and see some very interesting bit a minute once it catches up and loads. So this is Geneva Airport, so we'll vacate off to the left hand side. This side is general aviation and military as well. So if we look off the left side here, so you see we've got an outer and inner, there's a lot of links, so pretty much every stand, chances are we'll probably get one of the main terminal stands. If you get some of these stands, the reason why they're designed like this is so you can actually, there's a little pier in the middle, but so you can actually just come straight off, so there's no pushback that's required from some of them. But yeah, you just need to be a little bit careful with the taxiing with the outer and inner. Obviously there's a few hotspot areas as well, and vacating the runway. One thing we can do is have a look to see what our around performance is going to be like. As far as we know, the weather is fine now. Showers and rain actually, so we'll put it good to medium. And our landing weight has been calculated at 70 tonnes. So 5 tonnes below our maximum landing weight, so 70.0, which will give us, so on auto brake low, 2,300 metres of runway we'll use. It's quite a long runway, nearly 4,000 metre long a runway. Depends on where you want us to, where we pretty much want to vacate at. So depending if you want to, typically I'd say the hotspot point probably is to Delta or Echo to vacate. One way of knowing where to vacate sometimes if you're not sure is if you look at the reference documents and you look at runway 22, I mean that's just a visual, bear with me, there is usually a document on here, it might actually be might be an info bit, sometimes there's an info bit for your arrival, so I'll have a look, see what there is on here. Generally, sometimes it's just in the general airport overview, it just really does depend, to be honest. Not all airport, here we go, so it's under ground charts. So when you're looking at airport briefing, and there's normally one for airport briefing at arrival, so there'll be a couple of options here, so IS22, and sometimes it will tell you where the ideal sort of vacation point is. Exit taxiways to be used whenever possible, for parking zones on the south, for taxiway Delta or Echo. So we can use taxiway Delta or Echo is what they're saying here, so pretty much where we said. We're not about 40 miles off that halfway point as well, so not long now until we're where we should be. So the weather's pretty good at the moment. Saying that there's showers and rain on the ground, I can't personally see that. However, one thing I have to remember is there's like a few showers in the vicinity, but it shouldn't be anything that really affects us. All the big tables and everything is all out of the way. One thing I wanted to say is thank you for all these current subscribers. We've had quite a significant number in the last 28 days. We've had over another 100 subscribers, so much appreciated. And we also achieved over 20.6k views in the last few days as well. So thank you for your support. Well, like I said, we are trying to grow the channel sort of organically. We don't monetize anything at the moment. No major promotions, though Driver Simulator have actually offered me a review, an item to review that will be here hopefully within the next couple of months, which is part of the radio panel by the radar, which we previously mentioned, which is already available to buy, but we've decided, well, we asked if we could do a review on a different product, and they've been more than willing to do that, so. So we've got another company message here. head down to so you can have a quick look at that. Chances are it'll just be any delay codes that are required. Don't think there should be any. No code required. One thing we can do is request the latest weather for Geneva. And get ourselves prepared for our landing really. So because there's no other ATC online, I'll just request weather. That's GG for that. And then we'll request MSR. So the latest METAR for Geneva. So wind is currently 340 at 1 knot, so very steady winds. A few clouds at 6,000 feet, broken at 7,200. Temperature is 3 degrees Celsius, so quite cold there, QNH 1008. So I'm just going to pop some of these figures in, and there's also a chance of showers and rain as well. That's only a temporary sort of threat to us. So 340 at 1 knot. Good. We need to know 3 degrees Celsius. So I'm now going to need to use engine and wing anti-ice, QNH 1008, and showers and rain, so the runway could be wet. Let's have a quick look. So we're pretty much over France as we speak. Let's have a quick look out here, see if there's much that can be seen. Sometimes you're better looking at a pop-up window, to be honest, than anywhere else. But let's have a look. So here is Paris. I was looking to see if we can see Orly Airport. I think we may have already gone past Orly. Well, we're not quite up to it yet. Trying to see if we can find the Eiffel Tower. I'm not very familiar with France, to be honest, so excuse me. I'm guessing this is the main sort of area, because that's the Art Exhibition Centre there. And the Eiffel Tower, I imagine it's somewhere nearby. Some of you guys might know better than me, but obviously they're all glowing away there. Anyway, so let's get our MCU programmed. So onto the approach page, so QNH 1008. The temperature is plus 3 degrees, so we just put 3 in there. And the wind is predicted at 340. So winds are lovely. Transition level 0.9. So the altitude restriction is higher. And it's going to ask for us for our barrow, so let's have a look on here. We look at the start charts, the ILS 22. So boot cap through to 3. Decision 108 on the radio, so on the radio option, we've got 108 on there. That gives an approach speed of 141 and a landing speed of 136. So obviously with it being the 321, you are going to land a little bit quicker. So obviously, if you look from the sun, it's a huge aircraft, absolutely huge. It doesn't look that big to be fair, but when you compare the two side by side, they're quite significantly bigger. Obviously, one of the risks is a tail strike on landing. So in case of a missed approach, we'll climb initially to 7,000 feet on the track heading of 223 degrees. And then we'll go to Golf 803, which is all the period on the left hand side. And then a left hand turn on max speed 185 knots and direct to Sabre. And then basically we're going for another approach. So we can have a couple of approaches, and if we do need to divert anywhere, we are diverting to Lyon. So hopefully no need for any diversions this evening. Even aviation for life, how are we doing, buddy? Like I said guys, apologies, it's not been a huge amount of content. We will be doing a unboxing video of our new Wind Control 32 Orion Airbus rudders. Hopefully if that comes Monday, we'll get a video out by Tuesday. There are currently videos already out there, so if you want to check them out, check them out. There's plenty of people that have done videos, but like always, we'll always do one. whether we decide to disconnect off the throttle, we'll see how we go. Lately I've not enjoyed disconnecting off the throttle too much, but yeah, I'm absolutely loving the new throttles from Wing Control. Really, really good. Can't complain at all. The only thing I have thought about though is obviously you can have 2 of these units together to make 4 throttles. Obviously it has Engine Master 1 and 2 on it, so I'm guessing, I know obviously there's more stickers, but it doesn't change anything for the for everything else really. Not much to see really. So we could probably go direct Pimore, to be honest. Pimore. Take a few little shortcuts there. So we will have a look now to see what our first flight restriction is going to be. So as far as I'm aware, the top of the sensor Lusa, I want us at flight level 200 for Lusa. So we're going to change that up a little bit. So just going to have a fiddle with some of the altitudes here. So they're saying the path too steep ahead, but we can have a look at that. May consider, but it's too steep between these two apparently. Oh yeah, so it's pretty much everything. We've got a little patch of rain or something to our right side. We should be well away from that. With a little bit of luck. I appreciate there's not many of you guys on this evening. We'll see, it's pretty late on in the day. A little patch of weather to the right of us. In fact, it's quite busy down in Geneva. There's quite a few aircraft on the ground. Mostly DHL aircraft, to be fair. A couple of light ones as well. So Luso was our first restriction. So we could invert the road. Not really got that far, that's 120 miles. There's more things just following the restriction. As long as it follows the restrictions, okay. Should be good. We're just edging away around France at the moment. Hey, Lee, how are we doing, buddy? Yes, thank you. It was alright. A lot better than I expected, actually. I wouldn't say I'd necessarily go back to Tenerife, if I'm honest. Just a little bit commercialised to my liking where we stayed, but I did enjoy it though. I did enjoy it. The hotel was a lot better than both of us expected, to be fair, as well. Really, really good. And as you already know, we've ordered the wing control, should I say, rudders, and they should be here on Monday, aren't they? And they're currently at Charles de Gaulle in Paris, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long before they're here. Hope you've been doing well yourself, mate, as well. But yeah, I was debating about ordering them, to be honest. So what I actually did, so it's really bizarre. Normally, Wing Control's website crashes at like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. So I thought I'll have a look and I'll pre-order it, but I won't pay for it. And just leave it as a pre-order and just see what happens, because I'd seen that it could be a couple of months or so before they get released. Anyway, literally woke up the next morning and they were asking for payment, and it said should be shipped within the next 5 days. So I thought, oh, interesting. But yeah, I didn't have any problems. I don't know if that's because of where I was, because the internet and everything was fine where I was, and there's probably not so much traffic from that end of the world. So who knows? Yeah, the reviews do look really good. I've seen a few of them. I've not seen many though, to be honest. Not really had much time to look. Yeah, so I thought we'd sort of emulate the flight a little bit. Obviously not flying to Tenerife again, and you're going to Geneva tonight, just so I didn't have much time. But we're in the 321 again. I'm not flying the 321 for a little while. Our track record with the 321's not very good either, so we'll see how we go. Yes, of course I got the damper edition. I think it would be a stupid move not to do that, wouldn't it? If you're spending that much money anyway, you might as well spend the extra, was it? I think it's like an extra £30 or £40. It's not a huge amount more. And get the dampered edition. Yeah, so we did get the dampered edition, mate. I don't know what the huge difference is between them, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I'm a little bit excited. I've seen a few little clips as well with regards to the pedals, so it looks like you need to adjust the like the foot pedal pressure, so you can make it a lot stiffer than it comes originally out of the box. I'd seen even Wing Control had released something about that. Yeah, we are using the new sound pack, which, granted, it is for the 321 Neo, the sound pack that I've put in on here today, because that's what I actually flew in the other day. And obviously, with the fact that Phoenix will be bringing out the Neo very soon, I would imagine. I'd imagine within the next month or so they'll be releasing it. That's the thing with Phoenix, they go very quiet for a little bit and then also there's like a huge embargo of updates. So we're going to start our descent a little bit early. We've got 80 miles to Luso. I want to be at flight level 200 by then. So what we'll do is we will go open descent. There we go. And we'll knock the speed back a touch as well. direct to manage speed. Yeah, I think the dampened edition was a good move, to be fair. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous about if they're even going to fit, to be honest. So I was having a look. I don't know if you've seen the base plate on it. It's massive. The base plate is. I know it doesn't detach from the base plate, but hopefully it should fit perfectly under here. I know some of the people that have got this smaller version, not got the Pro edition of the Next Level Racing chair, they struggled a little bit. So, but we'll see how it goes. So unfortunately, well, actually, is there some ATC on now? No, there's not. I thought there was for seconds, but not at the moment. So we've done a little bit of a northy shortcut, direct to Luso, and then we'll follow the approach in. Like I say, we have flown to Geneva before. It's always an airport that confuses me a little bit, to be honest. So, we'll see how we go. And I did have an email whilst I was away from Java Simulator who've said hopefully within the next few weeks. So they said about 10 days in production, though I'd probably say give them a month to make sure the production's done. And then hopefully we should get our radio, weather panel, transponder come as well. I don't know where I'm going to put it though. That's the only thing. As nice as it is, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. So we may have to come up with a change the solution again for that, but cross that bridge when we come to it. But I'm still loving the throttles, Lee, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a change in rudder pedal. These ones I've had for about 10 years or so. Ah, yeah, I saw that. How do you find it? Is it pretty good? Is it the only thing that I would do that? The only problem is I don't have any more ports on my graphics card. That's the only downside. Because obviously I've got loads of different. Obviously got 3 screens, haven't I? So I'm presuming that it requires a HDMI of some description. Yeah, so I don't know what I don't think I'd be able to work around that. I don't know if any of the new, so I'm looking at potentially moving to a different graphic card at some point. Will that still work using a HDMI splitter? Will it not have the same signal down there? Just I didn't realise that. Yeah, it has been something I've considered though, Lee, but it's the same thing again as where do I put it? That's the problem with all this. I suppose what could potentially happen is these monitors can rise slightly, so that could rise up to pretty much where the overhead is. The overhead also can come further out. I just obviously don't want it to be too top heavy, that's the only thing. But yeah, it has been something I consider, I must admit. In fairness, I don't find it too bad. I'd imagine it's pretty good. It depends how, because obviously I'm sat quite close to the screen. Probably closer than I should be sat to the screen, to be fair, but so I can see everything quite easily. I guess it depends on how your desk is. So if you're using a desk, obviously you're sat a fair distance away, whereas when I get into a landing position, I'm pretty good. And to be fair, a lot of the time now I tend to zoom in a touch like this. So it may not be beneficial to me, to be fair, but I've seen a video on it. I think it was Airnaut, I think, did one literally like last week about it. I presume was it the same device, I'm guessing. Yeah, I bet, because you still have that view, don't you? Yeah, I bet it does make a big difference, to be fair. Yeah, maybe something to consider. Because they're not very expensive either. I think they're only like 60 quid if you get a good deal with them. Like between 60 and 80. Oh, it's exactly the same. So I actually had a look, and I couldn't see it anymore. I think they're out of stock. Yeah, it's something I would consider, but it's just where I don't put it. The same problem as usual. There you go, it's pretty good. They had a little voucher code there, didn't they, the other day? I'm sure they had some sort of voucher. So it's probably going to get a little bit bumpy in a minute, looking at this weather in front of us. No, the weather on the maps looks okay. But yeah, I don't know. Does it have any stand or anything? Or is it literally just a flat screen? Because if it had a little stand or something, that would be not too bad a problem. In fairness, I could always get a one of the mounts for the Vesa mounts. If it's got Vesa mount into it, that'd be pretty good. You get a stand with it. Oh, that's pretty cool. In fairness, this could come forward potentially. It depends on, obviously, I know the bezel's quite small on this, isn't it? But there would potentially be options for it. That's a 75mm. Okay, cool. So we're about 20 odd minutes to landing. I think we will get the cabin secure quite early. Probably by the next waypoint. It's Santi or Sunny. Sorry. But no, it's certainly something I'll consider later. With I don't, like I say, because I'm sat quite close anyway. Like I can read all the numbers pretty much, but I bet it does make the immersion a little bit better. So having it in front of you. I bet quite a lot of people have snapped them up for like their proper flight sim sort of setups as well. And hopefully one day that's where we'll end up, in a position like that, to be able to have a proper setup really. But at the moment I don't really have the time to do anything. But I think if we're going to end up making a pedestal, which I'm pretty certain we're going to have to do, I'll have to go from there. Shame there's still no bought pedestals that you can buy, apart from the really expensive ones from like not Java Sim. I'm trying to think what it's called now. From Scalarchy or whatever. They look really nice though, to be fair. I don't know if you follow the flight. Is it Flight Doc? He's recently had a sort of giveaway from Scalarchy, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna have another cheeky little direct. Why not? Oh, is it available? So when I looked the other day, it wasn't available. Having said that, when I looked, it was when I was on holiday. So maybe, yeah, I bet you it's because it'll be. I was probably on the Amazon EU store. But yeah, I'll certainly have a look at it, buddy. But I've spent enough money this month, really. Let's have a look at GPUs as well. I really think that we're probably going to move to an AMD GPU. And I think I'm probably going to move to one of the older cards, unfortunately, which is it's the only decent one really, with a 24 gig of RAM, I think. Yeah, Pretchen, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, they do a few different inch displays, don't they? I wonder if a few people will buy both and have the eCam on it as well. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it would be something I'd consider. I didn't realise you could use a HDMI splitter. I thought that would cause issues, but maybe not. So I think I only have one HDMI port on here anyway. So I mostly use DVI. So I think let's get the. I don't think there's passengers in here still. Let's have a look. No, still no passengers. But anyway, we can get the seatbelt signs on and get the cabin secure for landing. I think we will do the same again. We'll dim the cabin lights again for landing, which is definitely not there. I had to invest, unfortunately, last month in a new USB hub. I was having some funny smells from my old one. In fairness, I have had it like probably about 6 years. So we invested in a slightly more expensive one from TP-Link. It was just some Chinese one that I had before. I don't know why I'm looking at this. There we are. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we need their hands, so please put your things back into the overhead numbers right distance in front of you.
If you carry on using your mobile phones in flight mode, please switch off or multiply any larger devices.
When you're ready, fasten your seatbelt tight and low around your waist. Fold away your tray table and cup holder and put your armrests on.
One thing we said we was going to do, but we was going to try and... I was just going to quickly disconnect the overhead, so bear with me 2 seconds. There's a reason for it. It was playing up for some reason. Did this the other day and I don't know why. I think it's because of the new version of FSU APC available and I decided to not update it. It's just not recognising the input and outputs. It's exactly what it did the other week, but it's really weird though because you'll find that all the lights and everything will work fine. It's just the quarries for some reason. But with a quick restart of the sim, it's fine. It's weird, but a couple of my MCU does that sometimes as well. Everything will work on it, but the display won't work. It's really strange. So, 80 is the next restriction. Hey everyone, how are we doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Hey Lois, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'll certainly have a look, mate, and see if it's something, especially while it's reasonably priced as well. Would be pretty cool to have an e-cam as well, wouldn't it? Don't really know how I'd get it to work, but not yet one, but I will have on Monday, and I bet you can have a guess what it is. So we got trade on this side. Shouldn't be a major issue, hopefully. So bear with me a minute, I'm just having a sort out. I'm trying to get JS Connect's playing me up tonight, and I don't know why. It did this a few weeks ago. I'll probably light up again in a second. And just see if we can get it to play. Probably just needs a restart. Yeah, I heard that Pop-Out Manager is a bit of a faff, to be fairly. There's me 2 seconds, I'm just going to try and get this to... we definitely need to control this speed a bit. So 10,000 feet landing lights can come on. Just wait for 2 seconds. Let's have that quick. Play with it.
Cabin crew in 10 minutes to landing.
Try again. Third time look at this normally does the trick, to be fair. It's only ever happened once before that. So QNH 1008 hectopascals. And we need to start slowing ourselves down nicely as well. So we stay 8,000 feet for the minute, then 7,000 feet of Sabre. And we will just restart the overhead and see if we can. Please work for me. There we go. There we go. Wing and engine anti-loss is on. Spoilers we will keep there for the moment. Good old technical hitches, eh? Clarkson's good at that. So Geneva's pretty much straight ahead of us, just behind all that light pollution is.
Geneva traffic combine speed the uniform. Establish on final road.
So there's a couple of aircraft about. Geneva traffic. Traffic's nice over there. It's at 8,000 feet. That's so bad, sir. It's the USA 2 November arrival. So we'll set order brake to medium for landing. So we don't know what the runway is like. I think it's okay. We are going to have wing anti-ice on as well. So pretty much just need to be a little bit mindful of this. So approach checklist please. Barra 1008 hectopascal. Seabathon minimums of 108 radio. Order brake medium engine mode select for norm. So we've got an EasyJet in front of us, has just gone onto the ILS. So we're going to make a left turn in a second. And we're going to stay 8,000 feet for the time being, because that's the minimum safe altitude for where we are at the moment. But we are going to start slowing ourselves down a touch. Yes everyone, we've purchased the wing control Airbus rudders, just because I've not, well, my rudders are like 10 years old. Cabin crew 6 for landing please. So, could get a bit bumpy. So at 230 knots, there's a little bit of rain and all. So, flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. Yeah, I saw a little bit about Pop-Up Manager Lee the other day. We'll have a good look, see if we've been assigned any stand number as of yet. 8,000 feet checks. So what we'll do now we've got clear path of no terrain where we are, so we've descended 7,000 feet open descent, just 500 feet or so, doesn't need to be anything to 400 feet, there we go. A little bit of rain. So the airport's located over to our right side, we've not got a visual of it at the moment. We'll activate the landing system as well. We could just turn straight onto an ILS, we could go direct to Golf 811. Obviously the weather's a bit too iffy for, and it's night time, so visual approach is probably off the cards. we've been flying 1 hour and 9 minutes at the moment. The start time of 1 hour 13. It didn't take us too long to get off the runway at Stansted, that's for sure. So we could hit a batch of this lovely rain. So we could go direct. So that is potentially an option. If we do that, what altitude do we need to be at?
Geneva traffic, EZ 57 Golf Tango, 3 miles, ILS22, Geneva traffic.
So we're gonna...
Geneva traffic, Alpine 38 Lima uniform, runway 22 vacated.
It's going to reduce our speed again. A bit of spoilers, and then we're going to make a direct onto finals. Just going to check there's no other traffic. We've got enough space in there between the other traffic in front. So we'll insert that now. And that's active. And we're going to reduce speed now, 180 knots. It's fair, we could just go all the way about 160 and see how we... So speed checked. Laps 2. So we just need to keep an eye on that speed for a second. So let's reduce our rate of descent. Geneva traffic, Jet 9 Juliet, turning onto the ILS runway 22 from the 16 track miles. So let's see what we can see over here. Not got a visual at the moment. AP1, AP2, Cat 3 dual. See how horrific tonight's landing is in the 321. It's something that I want to apply a little bit more, to be fair, after being in one the other day. It's such a nice aircraft. They set the sound so nice as well, to be fair. You forget really how long they are. Like on here, obviously they don't look particularly long, but definitely is. So go around altitude is 7,000 feet, but we'll wait till we're captured on the ILS for that. So we'll just level off. And hopefully we should intercept the ILS in a second. Oh, you just sent me a picture. I wonder why my phone vibrated. I'll have a little look maybe once we get on the ground. So the approach is armed and ready. So hopefully we should capture the localizer in a second. So localizer is coming in now as we speak. You see we've got a little bit of rain here as well. Lockstar. Yes, sir, how are we doing, mate? Apologies, a little bit of a late video tonight. Wasn't sure if I quite got the chance to. So, Rockstar glide slope is coming in now. So let's reduce 160 until 4 dB. Geneva traffic channel 970 on the ILS runway 22. Fly slow star. So we're in flaps 2 position. Could get a little bit of weather, so get down please. Let's get configured early. Get down 3 greens. Speed check flaps 3. And flaps 4. Nose lights on. So we're visual of the field. So let's have 7,000 feet for go around altitude and landing checklist. Landing checklist, go around altitude 7,000 feet. Cabin crew and cabin is ready. You can remote landing up. So reducing to minimum approach speed 140. Geneva traffic channel 997 Juliet, short finals on runway 22. So we can expect to vacate at Delta or Echo, is that the plan? Manual flight. Cat 1. Checked. Three lights suggested. Lands.
Above. Minimum.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Ground spoilers.
Smooth one.
Reverse green, brake, medium, please stop. $60 knots, manual braking. So we can vacate, so we'll continue for a second. And we want the next lefts. Geneva traffic channel 970 vacating at Delta. So I'll just come to a quick slow here. And that's retracts. What is retracts? Let's go. After landing radar, predictive wind shear system is off after landing complete. So let's work.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're sure you can't wait to enjoy your holiday, but for now, you must stay seated and buckled up.
You're not allowed to smoke or vape. Wait in the terminal or in the terminal itself. And before you go,
Geneva to Electronics 97 Juliet, taxi unit via Echo Link 4 in a stand at 15.
Our friendly team will be happy to help you in the terminal. If you can't miss them, they're wearing our famous red uniform, and of course, a big welcoming smile.
Thanks for flying with us today, and from all of us, have a lovely holiday.
So continue taxi now we know where we're going. Yeah, it wasn't a bad little landing that actually. But a little bit high on the approach, so it was a little bit along the touchdowns over. It was a nice smooth touchdown, so I'll take it. So this is link for. They say it's hard to do a bad landing in this aircraft, but I beg to differ. Say people can come on a second. So we are over 2 minutes post shutdown, but I'm gonna stand by a minute just for the until we're on to stand really. So turn off lights and come off, and stand at 15 or after. So this should be that's 151 and 15 is the next one. Sure if we've got, so we've not got any safe dock, not got any terminal building bits. I don't know if we actually have scenery for this airport, I'm not too sure actually. I don't know if this is standard or not. So we're just going to have to eyeball it, which we're pretty good at by now. Come on, keep rolling. Because obviously it's quite a heavy aircraft, so it takes a little time to... Parking brake is set. AP is available. 2 minutes push shutdown. Engine and master 1 and 2 off. Just wait for the sets to be in position, and then so external powers available. Let's kill the APU as well.
Passengers bus is coming.
So just wait for the bus and then everyone will be getting off. So hopefully everyone will get off in a minute. I know there's no passengers that you can actually see unfortunately, but we'll see how we get on there. So everything's pretty much good to go. We can turn the IRSs off. come off now as well. So, parking checklist, parking brake or chop shop sets, engines off, wing lights off, fuel pumps off, parking checklist complete. So guys, thank you very much for joining us on this short flight. It was a nice little landing actually. Let's have a quick look and see what the touchdown rate was like. 48.38 feet per minute. So I'll definitely take that as a landing. That's pretty cool. Considering the weather's pretty naff as well. That's pretty good going. So just waiting for deboarding to start. The bus is here, so. No worries, Lee. Take care, mate. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's much appreciated, mate. So we'll just wait for these last few passengers to get off. So just getting all the luggage off as we speak. And that is pretty much it. So guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We've had a nice evening with us. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Feel free to give us a like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I know most of you guys are. Take care and we'll see you again hopefully tomorrow for another video. Probably a little bit earlier tomorrow, evening time, maybe in the afternoon. We'll see how things go during the day. No, take care. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.